Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a check-in on your no contact love situation. We're going to see what's going on between you guys currently. So I'm going to do this in a format of like a them versus you. I'm going to get a connecting energy and just see basically like what is going on. So let's get the connecting energy to begin with. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Sage. So let's do that quickly. If you guys need a little sage, I need a little bit. Okay. I also shuffled a song for your reading, and I got the Cars Drive, like the song Drive by the Cars. So I don't know what's going on, but I feel like maybe because that song is kind of like a compare contrast about two different people, so there could be that sort of energy, or even if it's not actually the case yet, where you're like maybe thinking about talking to somebody else, if you're kind of sick of the no contact and all that, it could be that you're maybe thinking about it. Let's see what's going on. So what is the connecting energy between Aries and their no contact situation here? Let's see. That is 3. Okay, no. Give me one card for Aries. No contact. Oh, okay. I had the orphan all these come out. Sorry. What is the energy right now between Aries and their person and this no contact love situation? Oh my God, the animal. That was when I cut the deck, the one that came out. So, okay, like there is this sort of like, and then the underworld, this sort of, feeling of I want to live again. I want to experience things. I don't want to just maybe like wait around, like, and that song that we have, like, who's gonna drive you home? And if you've never heard that song before, it's like, who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna how does it go? Who's going to pay attention to your dreams? Who's going to plug their ears when you scream? So like, again, if you've been dealing with a person, like you're in no contact, maybe you've tried to express yourself to them and be like, hey, like express your needs. Like, I need this in a connection, or like, could you try to work with me here? Maybe you've tried to compromise, you've tried, and like this person is just like plugging their ears. Like they don't want to hear it. Maybe they get defensive. Maybe they're not willing to work with you in any sort of way. They kind of just want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. I feel like there's a feeling of kind of not even necessarily being fed up with them, but just like looking towards something new. Let's roll the dice. What's going on between you guys right now? We have the 8th house, Sagittarius. They have the South Node in Sagittarius in the 8th house. Yeah, like so the South Node in Sagittarius, like the South Node is about like things pulling you back, and like the Sagittarius energy here is about expanding and like moving forward. And I feel like there is that push pull where there is a sort of loyalty, I would say. There is a sense like of emotional like pull like back towards this person in the no contact love situation, but there's also this expansive energy of wanting to experience with the 8th house, I'd say even like sexual things. On my other channel, I did a moon reading for this new moon in Libra that we just had. That this card, the animal, was the overall energy. So I'll link that below if you want to take a look at that. You might resonate with that reading too if you're resonating with this. But yeah, with this 8th house, it could be like you want to experience just like this card is about experiencing like, it says like open your eyes underwater, like running barefoot in the grass, like eating berries, like with like juicy like fruits, like basically very sensual things, which like when we have the 8th house, like I am thinking of sex, like and things like that. So it's like maybe you feel like you're waiting around and you're feeling like a physical need or want for something else. So like there's like that push pull where it's like the sense of loyalty to your person, but wanting to experience that like a rush, like what life is all about. You want to feel alive again, like, or something like that. And you're kind of thinking about maybe there is another person, but maybe there's just the idea of another person. So either way, I feel like this is on your mind currently. I'll put these here, I guess. South Node in Sagittarius. And yeah, we have fire energy with Sagittarius, and we also have like even Mars energy and Pluto, where it's like you almost want to have this like rebirth for yourself. And I'm sure that you would love to experience these, feel alive with your person. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I just, if there is this sense of something pulling you back, I'm assuming that that's not an option for whatever reason. Maybe they're in another relationship and you've been waiting, or maybe they're just not meeting you halfway, not wanting to spend time only on their terms, or they've got a roster, whatever the case is here. But regardless, like, they're not making you feel alive is like at the end of the day, whatever the reason. And maybe it is a good reason and you understand the reason, but at the same time, like, okay, like I need to feel alive too. Like, I feel like this is like opening your eyes to like, not reality, but the reality of your own needs. So let's see, where is your person at regarding you right now? What is their energy towards you? What is Aries person's energy towards Aries right now? What is Aries person energy towards Aries right now? That's 2. Just 1. What is Aries person's energy towards Aries right now? Did I cut the deck? Sorry, I think I did, but let's see. What is Aries person's energy? Oh, again, that was when I cut the deck. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. All right, so I feel like your person is in some sort of like a mental energy. We have here, imagine all unwanted thoughts, I just said that weird, dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So that's making me think that they're in like a very like mental energy, unwanted thoughts. Like, I just think they don't like change. When we resist change, I feel like they're resisting change. Maybe they feel like if they were to sort of dive in here with you in this animalistic way, because this is their energy as well, like this is the connecting energy. I feel like they could be feeling like the pull towards you as well. And it's also, it's like a push-pull thing too, where they're going to be pushed out of their comfort zone in order to give in to these like animal, like, not even just sexual, but like just wanting to feel like kiss, like it could just be like a kiss, just feel like, this card talks about like we're mammals, the hair on our chests and between our legs tells us that, like, you know what I mean, just like feel the sensuality of like someone else's body and like things like that. So it's like they could be just wanting to feel you, like it doesn't mean it's all sexual, but like it's coming through in that way of like, you know, like kind of like I wanna, like passion, it's more coming through as like passion. So let's see how you're feeling towards your person right now, but they're like resisting it. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yes. And it's like you're really having to tell yourself that you deserve this, because I think there is this sense of guilt here where, I'm just going to move that so it's even. There is this sense of guilt here, where maybe you feel like you're being disloyal to what you truly care and love, you know, love and care about. But at the same time, like if you're doing this compare contrast of like, even if it's not 2 people, even if it's like 2 hypothetical situations, like, okay, like if I wait around for this, or if I try to pursue something new with like for my own happiness here, my own joy, like what am I getting out of this? What could I potentially get out of this new situation? You know, kind of like doing a compare contrast like that. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I feel like sometimes in these no contact situations, we can get caught up in an idea of like, I almost like, how am I trying to say this? Sorry, let me just get these cards. We could get caught up in an idea of almost like we're being tested, almost like we have to stay loyal to like what we love, which is, you know, you can of course do if that's what you feel you want to do, but I'm getting a sense here that that's not how you're feeling right now. It's almost like I want something more, and then like kind of beating yourself up about it, if you're resonating with this reading, obviously. So I always try to think like, what if your spirit guide came down and was like, hey, Aries, what's going on? Like, So yes, your person is going to be with you in, and this is just hypothetical, this isn't me predicting this, 3.6 years. So 3.5 years, 3 years and 6 months. In the meantime, you are going to date this person, and that person. You're going to have these 3 experiences. They're going to teach you what you need in order to be ready for your person. So basically, like, resisting it is futile because, like, this is all part of, like, the grand master plan here. Like, what would you say, like, if you knew, and, like, so I mean, obviously we never can have that certainty or that clarity, but, like, it would change the whole way you maybe, like, saw the situation. You probably jump into this like, okay, like, I want to, like, learn my lesson, like, I want my person, like, wow, like, dive right in, like, you know, kind of a thing, maybe. Or maybe you would just be resistant to it and be like, no. But I don't know. But oh, I put these, like, the wrong way. But I don't know. I feel like looking at it from that perspective, and even, like, if you know, for example, that your person is in a relationship, the person that you want to be with, or that they're, like, entertaining other options or something like that, and it causes you a lot of pain, imagine, again, that same spirit guide being like, and this person needs to go through this, this, and this. They need to, like, you know, kind of do whatever with this person, and that person as well. Like, you both have to do this in order to, like, come together and learn your lessons in the way to kind of discern what you do and you don't want, for whatever the reason would be. I don't really know. But, like, I feel like it would change your whole perspective on the situation. It would allow you to forgive your person. It would allow you to forgive yourself. Be open to experiencing what you need to experience in order for your soul to grow for your own sake. But sometimes it's like we get so stuck on a person that it's almost like we feel like we have to do things, like, only for them. So I don't know. I would say just, like, go with whatever you're feeling. If you feel, oh, look at this. I almost feel like it might be not really a relationship thing. We have the 7th house in reverse here. I'm going to go back to 8 because I feel like that was it. So it may not even be something serious that you're entertaining the thought of, just the idea of, like, feeling more alive in some sort of a way that makes you feel guilty. So let's see for your person. How are they feeling towards you? We have focus. Okay, so they could be trying to, like, focus on something else in their life. I feel like their emotions are coming up for them, but they're not wanting to really engage with them. This is a number 14, which is reminding me of temperance, and I feel like that is more Sagittarius energy as well. I feel like, again, like, we have this butterfly over their 3rd eye chakra, and this whole idea of, like, resisting change. I feel like they're like, there is this new mindset, there is this new knowledge trying to come through, this new way of being, this emotion. They're, like, almost, like, drowning in the emotion, but they don't want to, like, acknowledge it. I don't know. It's very interesting for your person. Let's see for you guys. How are you feeling towards your person? It's like they don't want to see. Like, I almost feel like they don't want to, like, give in. It's almost like they could, like, sink in. I'm seeing it like they could sink into this water, to this emotion, to this, like, that whole thing about, like, opening your eyes underwater. It's like, but they won't do it. They won't give in to what's making them feel alive. Like, that's what I'm getting. How about for you guys, for my Aries? How are they feeling towards, what's that? The path. How is Aries feeling towards their person right now? Release. I do feel like the energy I was talking about, where you just kind of want to, like, okay, you see how on this card it looks like dead, like, almost like in winter how the trees look like gnarled, or there's no branches, and it's like almost like I want to, like, just, like, float into this, like, new experience, like, this something that's like, there's nothing here really, like, right now. Like, maybe they're, you know, I'll find this person again, like, over here, but, like, as of, like, where I'm at right now. And I feel like Spirit's wanting you to know, like, embrace this change. And I feel like you're more open to embracing change with all these butterflies here. This is one, it's, like, right on them. It's like trying to get this person's attention, like, is what I'm getting. Whereas with you, it's like you're just, like, you're being soul led. Like, see how she's, like, heart open? Like, it's like an open-hearted posture, like in yoga. That's what I'm thinking of. But it's like almost like you're following the call. Like, you want change. Like, you're craving this. And that's what this card is all about, following your cravings. You're craving something. And even though the eyes are closed here, it's like in a different way, where it's like the eyes are closed, but, like, the heart is open, where it's like your instincts, you're following your instincts and your soul's instincts in order to find your own happiness or something like that. Whereas, like, your person's not really, like, able to do that at this point. So let's see what else we can get here. What's going on with Aries person. How are they feeling towards Aries right now? With passion, heartbroken, the golden mirror. But let's get, how is Aries person feeling towards Aries right now? Okay, Cupid's arrow in love. Okay. How is Aries person feeling? Can we just have one, please? Let's see. Okay. Engagement ring. Interesting. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. But on the bottom, we have separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. So I feel like, again, there's this push-pull, again, this passion and seeing chemistry, like each other equally, where it's like they crave, this is about the cravings too, like they crave like a deeper commitment with you. With the engagement ring, I mean, if you guys are in a separation and not even dating, obviously I don't think it means they're like ring shopping, but I think they're like a ring is a sign of commitment, and I think that's saying like that's what they're resisting. They're resisting this desire that they have to really like be with you, like that, like the sense of completion that they would feel like being in union with you, like they feel like it could be forever. And I think that's why they're like resisting it. Addiction, I think they're afraid too that they're just going to get so immersed in you. I think they already are, even being separated from you, but it's like they're in this constant state of like half and half, like push and pull, whereas like you're more so like coming out of this, like where you're kind of like like sinking in, or you're feeling like you're almost getting to that point where you're ready to sink into something new. Like this person's like really like stuck in like the half and half, where they can't really commit to either one, where they're like, I would say they spend a lot of time thinking about you, for instance, like that was on the back of your card, the back of your person's, the back of the deck regarding your person's energy towards you from this deck. Something about thinking too much. I forget what it was, but something where I was getting something about like overthinking. And I just saw the addiction card. So I feel like even though they're not actually with you, they're wasting a lot of time just like constantly daydreaming, thinking, fantasizing, maybe even beating themselves up. Like they're trying not to focus on you, but that's all they can focus on, if that makes sense. It's like they're in this state of like anxiety or like just obsession or something. How about you guys? How are you feeling towards your person? It's too many. Oh my God. We have girl with a snake, but hold on. How are you feeling towards your person, Aries? I feel like you're like ready to roll here with seduction, look, and cassette, but let's see. How is Aries feeling towards their person right now? We have the sword and the rose in reverse. And this says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, and protection and power. I feel like you're almost like willing to like let go of this sense of honor and obligation that you've even maybe felt towards this person, where it's like you just feel like there is no clarity and there is no truth, and you're just like letting it go, like in order, like you're done trying to figure it out is what I'm getting. Like I'm not getting that this is like, this is more like the energy of surrender is what I'm getting. And then we have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Like you're like, you know what? I don't get it and I never will. Like I'm just going to live my life for me. But I think there is this residual sense of like, you're like honor being deflated, I just wanted to say, but like not honoring, like there is a question of that, but maybe feeling like, what if I hurt this person or something like that, but like almost like having to like make a decision, like, but this to me is making a decision of no. Like if the sword was upright and this card was upright, I would see it differently, but almost making a decision of like no. I have clarity that like I don't have clarity on the situation, so like I need to move on from it, like with this boat energy here. Talking, girl talk. I feel like you could have been like in an era of maybe spending a lot of time with your girlfriends and things like that, or whatever. You don't have to be a girl, but like with your friends, like your platonic friends, whatever gender, doesn't really matter. But it's just like this, you're realizing like you're happier almost without this energy, this constant confusion in your life, and you're like maybe willing to like expand that out now to like your romantic relationships, even like with sexual things here. Like with, I have this sex drive is here, like your sex drive could be like kind of like raring to go right now for whatever reason, and wanting to experience a new era in your romantic relationships, which makes sense with this Libra new moon that we just had. Oh, okay. We have a Neptune dreams. I'm just going to get tarot as well. And Pluto transformation. And then Gemini energy between you both, I would say, right there. But yeah, this, your person's in this Neptunian energy where they're just like too much in their head. They're focusing too much on this. They're like, they're not really in reality. You're in this more Pluto energy. They are both water energies. They're associated with water energy, Scorpio versus Pisces. But again, that scorpionic energy, that 8th house energy that we have here. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct. You're following your instincts. Motivation, personal power. You're taking back your power by almost like realizing that you don't have any power in the situation. You're surrendering. This is like the energy of true surrender. Evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. It's almost like you've maybe spent a lot of time like focusing on this connection, and now you're like, you're going to the other extreme where you're going to like focus your energies on maybe something else. Like it's like you're allowing yourself to like experience this death, and maybe you did really learn how to like release this, and now you're like closing your eyes, ready to feel some joy in your life. Your person, imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. They're definitely in a just like this energy of, it's like good. It's like they're daydreaming and maybe even having sexual fantasies as well. This imagery looks a lot like this animal. It's definitely like they're turned towards you, I would say here, like on this card. But again, it's like you're turned away. Like you're wanting to focus your energies on something else. You have like a very similar energy, but you're wanting to put it towards something else. Let's just get some tarot and see what else we can get. What's going on between you guys right now? Let's just get like a story, like of a tarot here. What's going on between Aries and their person right now? We have the Star, Aquarius energy, the King of Wands. I want to be in reverse, okay. Okay. We have the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. All right. With the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Again, this kind of feeling of honor, duty, obligation, like, but like something about the Knight of Pentacles that's very interesting is that like the Knight of Pentacles is known as like a really boring knight, like sometimes. So it's almost like, it's like being honor bound and duty bound maybe to your person, feeling that way, like has really forced you to, not forced you to, but like you've really realized that you're bored, you're not like enjoying your life, and it's like you want to, it's like this dead tree kind of like feeling, like you're like, I want to feel alive again, like I want to plunge into the water and like, you know, swim with the fishes and like you're, I don't know, swim with the fish and like do, I don't know, like swing from a vine and like, you know, whatever, do like something like that. Like it's like even like with this Empress energy being front and center, it's like I want to receive love. Like I want to like lay back on these pillows, like I want to feel like someone's hairy body, like whatever, like you want to feel like smooth skin, like whatever your thing is here. But it's like I just want to feel like I want to feel beautiful. Like it's like, and again, this compare contrast, maybe like somebody is trying to court you here and is like making you feel this way. I'm not really seeing necessarily somebody else here because I don't feel like this is necessarily about, oh, I love this person more than like my person. This is about you being like, I want to feel things again. I want to receive love from somebody else, like instead of just giving it. Like I don't want to always be the one having to make up for like somebody's lack of action here with the King of Wands in reverse. Again, like I feel like you're just bored, like with the current situation that you're in with your person. I feel like you almost, again, it's this feeling of like being naked out in like nature, like having a foot in the water, like your knee in the grass, like feeling the air, like feeling all the elements. It's like I just want to feel alive. Like it's very much like I've tried waiting for this person. I've had hope. This person isn't acting. Like this person is like a lame duck. Like at this point, like whatever, maybe they're stuck. Like I understand, like with the stars, like humanitarian vibes, like it to me that is about like understanding humanity as a whole, understanding that there's almost like a bigger something else going on, like bigger than like, you know, this connection, like, and my feelings about this person. Like it's like you're able to look beyond that and look at the bigger picture here with the star. That's kind of what I'm getting, and being like, okay, I understand, like you're not in action mode right now, you're not able to like come forward, but like at the same time, like I am this empress, like I have my life to live here. Like I want to feel like I want to, there's a queen upright and a king in reverse. It's like we're not on the same page. Like there's a feeling like in a recognition of that. Again, with this Queen of Swords, that could be deciding no. No for some yeses. Like I want to have yeses in my life instead of constantly coming up against this wall of resistance from my persons. When we resist change, like, okay, I get it, you're resisting this, so please resist away, buddy. Like I'm moving on. And it's like I get it, like you can't, it's like I think there is this idea of like you recognizing, and even if you haven't yet recognized it, I think spirit's wanting you to recognize, like this person doesn't really know, they're not in an action mode because they're very confused. Again, we have this Neptune energy. This is a card that's a very Neptunian energy as well. I was getting that right off the bat from your person here. They don't know, like they maybe feel like there's too much that they could, it's like they don't even know who they are. Like they're like this insignificant figure here, this like dark figure. Like they're not in a 3D, like I am the empress, like I know who I am, I am my surroundings, like I'm very like present in my life. Like your person isn't present, like they're in their head, if that makes sense. They're worrying about the future, they're in caught up in memories from the past, they're not present, like they're not in action mode. And again, I think we can have compassion for that. Like they're very confused, and I feel like you were in a very similar energy that you've climbed out of, and you're having this renewal and this transformation. It is a little bit painful. This is Pluto. This isn't like, oh, the sun, happy times, like I don't care. Like there is this recognition of being in this in-between phase as well, but you finally making the decision for yourself, and your person being unable to make any decisions at all right now. So I feel like that's really what's going on here. Like, so I'd say that like your advice here, if you're feeling guilty, like there's nothing to feel guilty about. Like I feel like you've given this person chances, and I feel like you still almost have this feeling towards your person of like, or if not right now, like you will come to that point at some point. Like because I know if it's because they're entertaining other options or things like that, but you can feel sort of like, all right, but like, you know what song I was like hearing before that I almost was saying, I almost said it, but I was like in the middle of a flow, so I was like, let me just save it. But that song Easy by, I think it's the Commodores, it's like Lionel Richie, but where it's like, I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Like, it seems to me, girl, you know, I've done all I can. Like, I begged, stole, I cheated, I borrowed, like, whatever. And he's like, that's why I'm easy. And he's like, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Like, I'm doing what I want to do. Like, I've tried everything. Like, I've exhausted every option. I've made compromises and concessions. I've tried to, like step out of my Empress energy into your role, and I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm just living my life for me. Like, whereas your person, I feel like, is all caught up in this watery, sort of dreamy fantasy energy here. Like, you've got one foot on the ground in reality, or a knee, and you got one foot in the water. Like, you're a lot more balanced right now. Your person needs to like moderate themselves. We have like a temperance energy here, with number 14. You're coming through in a 9, but you're in a very like independent, strong energy is how I'm seeing this, like 9. And you're open to other relationships. We have a 2 and a 7 making up this 9. So it's making me think of like, well, it's making me think of like the 7th house and also 2, the number of partnerships. So I'm just kind of thinking that you're ready for something like substantial to come through in your life, even if it's just like a sexual thing, but like something you can feel. And if you are feeling guilty about it, I feel like that song Easy came through for a reason. Like you're going to feel better about it moving forward. So just don't force yourself, don't rush yourself, but at the same time, like allow yourself, if you feel the need, like to like try and experience something else, you know? So let's see if we can get any more advice for you guys. Advice for this situation that you're experiencing with your person. What is the advice for Aries? What is your advice right now? What does Spirit most want you to know? Just for yourselves. It could be about this connection, but we'll see what comes out and how it's construed. Should we take? No. Let's just take one at a time. Okay. The Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's 2. Let's just get one at a time. And I think this is maybe Spirit's way of saying, like, recognize that, like, can I just get one at a freaking time? Hold on. What? Let's just get the advice and then I'll talk about them. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And exactly. Oh, that's 2. Let's just get one. Oh, rest and relaxation is essential. And rejuvenation, like, you know, like kind of just allowing yourself to like get some of that stress. And then we have forgiveness. I feel like, especially if you've been, I feel like what they're saying here is be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. I feel like, okay, so like what I'm getting here is that, okay, this Union of Hearts first, it's like, I feel like you're looking back, I feel like you've come to a place where you've forgiven yourself, where you're like, you know what, like, yes, I was caught up in this kind of cycle with this person where I was like super like maybe like obsessed or like really like lost in my thoughts and feelings, kind of like the energy your person's in now. But I think you're like understanding that it was like this more, I saw the spiritual connection card a few times, so you're kind of understanding a love connection defies explanation. And you're kind of like, I don't need to know the answer anymore. And I can also recognize that I was very much like caught up in the emotions were very intense. Like, and we have this Pluto energy and Neptune. We have a lot of intensity here. It's like you're recognizing that, and you can recognize that, and you can understand why your person is caught up in it now. But you're also at the same time recognizing that, but realizing that you're not necessarily tied to this. Like, you guys will always have a bond, but at the same time, like, you have to do what you have to do for yourself here. Kind of like that thing where like, oh, if your spirit guides came down and they said to you like, okay, like Aries, like you have to go through this and that, like you're kind of realizing like, okay, but like I have to, my life doesn't stop. I have to continue moving forward, and I can do that. I have permission. Maybe you almost felt like you didn't give yourself permission to like experience things in the past because you felt like you were betraying your person. I think you feel differently about it now. And you're very much so like realizing it's essential for you to get what you need out of life too. You deserve things. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. I mean, I feel like the mental exhaustion alone could be causing you to want to be more in the present moment, where I feel like you're very present right now. You want to feel alive. You want to feel the wind in your hair, like we were talking about. You want to feel the elements. You want to feel instead of think, if that makes sense. Like you want to experience things instead of, oh, now that switched to the 6th house. Like, yeah, being very in like your body, that's like a Virgo energy. Like, it's like you want to like in your daily life feel instead of just thinking about things and projecting and fantasizing. And again, I feel like stepping into this person's shoes, especially if you know that they're like engaging other romantic or sexual options, and kind of if you're feeling drawn to do that, I would never say, oh, you should do this or you should do that. You should do what you want to do, obviously. But if you have been thinking about it, and I think it could be a good way for you to like understand where your person's coming from, and also like get on an even playing field, not like get even with them, but like if that's what you want to do too, like a lot of times like that resentment could be built up like, oh, I'm not even like, I'm being loyal to you and you're not being loyal to me. Then you don't owe them anything. If they come to you at a later point and want to be loyal to you, that's one thing. And then you can try to like be loyal together. But it's almost like by experiencing your own things and your own relationships, you can almost look at their actions from a new perspective, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get some messages. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna really come through, but let's see what your person would want to say to you in this no contact love connection. When I come back, I'm coming back. Right, so it's like in the meantime though, like they're not back and they're acknowledging that. And if you really do have this sort of like really deep spiritual bond, like I think that they would want you to be happy. Like, you know, if they could, like on another level, like I can't be with you right now. Like, I don't want you to miss out on life. I mean, I'm sure that once they got over their jealousy, they would maybe feel that way. Everything about you is so intriguing and attractive. I feel like you hate me. Maybe they're sensing like energetically that you're not as invested in them anymore. They're like sensing the distance between you. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. I feel like that's more like a message for you of like, if you knew what was going to happen, like you would like look back, or even if you could like fast forward and be living the life, like if you were to end up with this person in like 4 or 5 years or something, you could like look back and be like, I understand why things happen that way. I understand now what I learned from this person and how I was able to change my perspective on the situation or whatever is meant to happen. If you're feeling crazy, please know I do too a lot. Like I do think they are feeling crazy, and I think you understand that energy, but you're also like coming out of it. But they are a lot, you know? I feel such a real connection to you. Again, that's like that card here, the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. They're trying to forget about you, but they can't. Like, they don't understand why it's so real and so present when they maybe haven't even seen you or talked to you in a while. It's very confusing. Your shape is my absolute fave. I feel like they're feeling this sexual energy towards you as well. We have 3 orange cards. Everything about you is so intriguing and attractive. I mean, I think there's a lot of... We have the 7 of Cups. I think there's a lot of sexual fantasies. There's the Star and the Empress recognizing that like they're not attracted to anybody as much as you. Nobody. And I'm sure you feel the same. I tell myself that you're too good for me, but deep down I know that's a cop-out and I could rise to the occasion if I chose to, but they just don't have the capacity. They're the King of Wands in reverse. Like, they want to, but they're also resisting change. There's that push-pull that they're not able to overcome right now. Like, they're not in action mode. They're in like daydream, like I can't move mode. I remember all the little things about you. They're very much reminiscing and remembering the past, I would say. That was like, they're not present though. And it's like, well, it's sweet that they are remembering things about you. Like, they're not able to like move beyond it to like make new memories. Like, okay, like I get it, you remember me, let's make some new ones. You're so fucking sexy. I mean, yes, I definitely think that. And you're the only one I could commit to, duh. That's a song, but Memories Faded, which could be like a dynamic that you two are in, where like maybe this person is like talking to somebody else, but they're like, okay, like that bitch didn't mean anything to me. Like, but again, it's like they feel that they could commit to you, and like I was saying that, I believe, like with that engagement ring. So it's like, I'm glad that that's confirming that. So, all right, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. I hope that shed some light on something for you or provided you with some sort of clarity or peace. Thank you so much for watching, and to everyone who subscribed and commented and supported my channel. It means so much to me. I love this like Aries community. You guys are amazing, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.